Not gonna lie, crew, I have no ideas for today's intro. Like, I don't know what we're doing.
Did you not just get a puppy, though?
Yes, we did. What is up with this? How am I supposed to tap on the furnace, bro? Oh, maybe I can see the shadow on the... Yeah, the shadow of the building. Look at that. Smooth. Alright. I mean, graphical glitches are kind of fun the first time. Hey, everybody. It is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 16 of the Mobile Only Road 100 Mil. I just finished, like, the 10,000 steel bars that I had. It's been, like, an episode and a half, maybe 2 episodes since I bought the steel bars. I don't have exactly 40k cannonballs left over because I used a bunch of them for Slayer 2, but I'm going to sell those off. They probably won't sell right away, so we're going to go, I'm going to check on the super glass make before we get back to cannonballs. Super glass make. Fantastic in theory, maybe not so good in practice. I mean, the gains are really solid, to be fair. It's just kind of annoying, like, tapping 3 seaweed, tapping the withdraw X, tapping buckets. You can see I mess it up more often than I don't. I mean, fat fingers are part of it, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of bank tapping. The bank interface is not always the easiest to work with. I did just manage 71 crafting, and I've only got a chunk of my molten glass made so far. I'm going to take a break on it for right now in terms of, like, I'm not just making this whole pile of molten glass before I move on to other things. I think I got some questing life on the table first of all, so... A chunk of this is done. Some gains have been made, but I'll be heading back here later. The cannonballs are done. This is a nice, like, 7 mil cash injection. Overall profit was like 3 mil or something from this. I don't remember exactly how much I bought the steel bars for, but it went pretty well in terms of how much I made. And it was just all AFK, so I'll take that. I'm currently setting up to do Regicide. I swear to God, the underground pass, that was the worst. I used like 3 ropes. And then I failed. It's just the underground pass. Y'all know how it works. I'm going to be very excited to not have to go back through it. I was doing Regicide because I wanted to fish some sacred eels. I mean, eventually I'd like to do Zulrah too, I guess. But I forgot that I don't have to go through underground pass ever again when I get it done. That's really like the hidden perk. I thought, yeah, hold on. Is this it? Is this the person who gets suddenly assassinated? Sweet. We're starting Regicide. This quest really isn't that much of a pain, but it's not that short either. I have done this distilling process like a dozen times. I still have no idea what I'm doing. The last time that I ever had to go through the underground pass, getting one of those graphical glitches. Look at look at the river and the plank right now. Just, I don't know, sometimes the skins, the skins of random items, if the app like closes itself, I think it happens, where they just like unload. I don't know if they don't reload, maybe, is how it happens. Come on. If I waste a rope right here, I'm going to cry. Get over... Okay. I swear to God, I used 3 rope to do that last time, which is not absurd. It makes me sad, though. Send it! This is actually one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, not gonna lie. The fact that it's just such a beautiful toss to blow up this tent just to later learn, spoiler alert, we probably shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to... There's a few quests to go. Like, we got a lot of storyline left. And this is going to be Regicide complete. Pretty solid progress. Overall, just unlocking, like, an area in general. Unlocking land that you can go do things in tends to unlock a lot of content. So a quest like Regicide is a good quest to get done. There's a couple of specific things that I would like to work on now, though. My low IQ realized just now that I'm sitting at 84 fishing, while sacred eels are sitting at 87 fishing. I gotta shift gears a little bit. Apparently I have to do 3 levels of other fishing first, and I have options. I just don't know what option I'm picking yet. I have decided that I want to fish Cannonball, so I'm going to start the Tai Bwo Wannai trio quest. This is a very easy quest to get done, and Cannonball are not bad for XP, and they're a good moneymaker fishing and cooking them. I probably won't end up cooking them yet, but it's a good unlock. Tai Bwo Wannai trio complete. That's 2 quest points, and then I gotta go talk to all the sons for the XP. I'm actually getting very close to 100 quest points and was thinking about possibly doing Swan Song and Monkfish. I don't know how much I want to train fishing with Monkfish if I don't have to, though. It's not like bad money. It makes money. I want to do a variety of money makers, but that's one of them I'm willing to skip. Alright, so this is going to unlock the ability to both fish and cook karambwan. I have realized that for fishing karambwan, I'm going to want fairy rings. I've already wanted to unlock fairy rings. It's something I should pull the trigger on. I don't think I have all the requirements, though. Some more high-quality cutscene footage. I decided to do the Goblin subquest for Recipe for Disaster quick. It takes like 5 minutes. It's one of the, well, it's one of the subquests for Recipe for Disaster, believe it or not. I would like to get Recipe for Disaster done eventually because the Bear's Gloves are awesome. This is also going to give farming XP. I get like 1,000 farming XP. I want to knock out a bunch of quests for farming life, and I don't remember exactly what level you can get to just off of quests, but even like 30 plus would be really nice to then start getting some farming, and even like willow trees to start with actually planting would be a little bit better. So, farming XP and a point towards Recipe for Disaster, I'll take that. Alright everybody, it is possible that I forgot about not actually needing the farming requirement for Fairy Tale Part 2 to get fairy rings. I still wanted to get this quest done anyway, and still want to do more quests that get my farming level up, but in terms of going to get fairy rings, I don't need any more farming XP, so I can just move on to that quest line immediately. You guys might not want to be filming me while I'm playing in this chair. It's weird. The audio quality, not so good. Let me give you an example. I think the chair is actually made out of plastic straws, which, hold on, sounds bad for the environment, but get this. I found this in the trash, so I'm reusing it, in other words. Someone threw it away, now I'm reusing it, which is one of the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, basically, I'm helping. Hey, have any of you seen my phone? I need to be making some gains right now.
It's over there. No, there.
Oh, okay. Good eye, thank you. Had to do a double twirl to find that one.
Double twirl?
Yeah, so my uncle's actually, he's a carpenter. He helped us build this studio, believe it or not. Him and his crew, whenever they're looking for like a tool on the ground or something, if somebody does a full 360 looking for whatever they're looking for, they just call it a full twirl.
So that is where the double twirl comes in.
Exactly. The double twirl. Kind of like this episode. You see, I was going to do some fishing after Regicide. I was going to catch sacred eels. And then I learned, or I remembered, as if I've never caught them before, you need 87 fishing. That's right. So I decided I'll do some Tai Bwo Wannai trio. I could do karambwans. That's when I realized I would need to get fairy rings, and I didn't have the requirements for fairy rings. But I finished that quest, and then realized I actually did have the requirements for fairy rings. So after the second twirl, it's kind of like I twirled back. I thought about going to monkfish at first. Is anybody listening to this story?
This episode will be coming out on the 4th of July, so talk about your plans for Independence Day.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess typical 4th of July plans. Some families coming over, watching baseball, burgers and hot dogs, just a little bit of sunlight. You know, good 4th of July. Wait. You all wanted me to say that I was just going to be playing mobile all day, didn't you? I did not catch that. Here is Nature Spirit Completes. Beautiful. This is the precursor to Fairy Tale Part 1. Really easy quest, doesn't really give that much. I mean, I guess the Blessed Sickle is actually a pretty solid item. There's a future moneymaker in Mortmire Fungus for me, but nowhere near doing that, at least mentally. I'm out of here. Do you have to kill this thing with the magic secateurs? Yes. Could I have brought other combat gear to help me do better damage with the secateurs rather than pretty much just my Dragon Defender? Yes. Did I? No, but we got through the fight. No problemo. Thanks to, honestly, protection prayers are like, they're the most, how do I say this? I find protection prayers are the most useful, maybe / powerful thing compared to what level is required to unlock them. It's a ridiculously low level, and they negate all damage from the majority of monsters' attacks. That like any quest boss usually attacks with one thing, and it's just like a free fight as long as you have protection prayers. So nice. This is going to be Fairy Tale 1 completed. 3.5k farming XP is really nice. Again, I don't actually need that farming requirement for Fairy Tale Part 2, or at least, you know, to get the fairy rings from it, but I still want to get my farming level up. It just happened that I was thinking about that requirement for fairy rings, and it turns out I don't need it. That doesn't mean I don't need farming levels, period. I like getting that farming XP. Beginning Fairy Tale Part 2, it's actually very early in this quest that I get fairy rings, so this will be quick. Fairy, fix it. Can you give me what I need? This is it. This is actually a really sick unlock. Fairy rings, in general, are going to be super useful. Very widely useful. There's a lot of teleports on fairy rings that, yeah, useful is the word. I nailed it the first 2 times that I said it. I'm going to do some karambwans now, but I don't have any karambwan G, so I'm going to go fish those first. I don't know how many karambwan G that I'm going to catch, because I don't know how many karambwan that I'm doing. I guess I want to get 87 fishing, because I still want to go do sacred eels, without a doubt, but I don't think I'm just going straight to 87 right now. We're not just going to jump clips, 84 fishing, 87 fishing. Look at this. I've seen this before, I guess, but I always forget about. Look at the mapping having to go around the trees. They could really have cut out some of that dense forest, or give us like an agility shortcut. You're like 97 agility just to get through those trees. I don't know how many karambwan G I'm going to get. Maybe like 10k. 10k was the number. I got about 10k bait, which doesn't mean I'm getting 10,000 karambwans, but I'll get a pretty good chunk from this. I don't think I'm using all of this bait right here, right now. I don't think by the end of the episode I'll be out of bait. I'm going to catch like 1,000, 2,000 karambwans quick, and then we're going to go check some bank stuff for the end of the episode. 296k XP until 85 fishing. It's going to be a lot of karambwans just to go to 87 fishing, and I do want to get 87 for sacred eels, so I'll be doing a lot of karambwans over the next episode or 2, but not at the end of this episode. I'm probably not even getting 85 fishing. We'll see. This is going to be my last load of karambwans for the episode. These are not too bad for being able to make some cash and get decent fishing XP, no doubt. I mean, I didn't get anything crazy in fishing XP so far, only a third of the level, but it's a couple of thousand fish, so I think this is going to land closer to a mil than 500k, but definitely not a mil yet. I mean, either way, it wasn't that much effort just for some AFK fishing, and I got plenty more to do. 767k, look at that, just over the 750k mark. A little closer to a mil than 500k. I'm going to head to the GE and sell these. I'm going to put them up for a couple of extra coins and let them sit for a little bit. I don't need these to sell right away. Overall, in the next episode, I would like to wrap up a couple of things here. Let me move on to what I'm doing next before talking about next episode. Back at the Molten Glass life, I gotta get into a rhythm here, start cranking out some more buckets. I'm not even halfway through the buckets so far, but these are not bad for XP and GP in general. It's not a bad combination, getting XP in both magic and crafting, and the gains are being made. I just gotta finish them up. I want to finish these up so I can sell off all the Molten Glass. I got a couple of other things. My bank is pretty unorganized. I could clean out a lot of loot and whatnot, and get a decent look at actually what the cash stack is like. I'm back up almost at 10 mil again, but I have a lot of money in other items that I could sell some of them off and have a better looking cash stack, which I would like to do next episode. So I'm going to crank out the rest of these pretty much, and that's what's going to be starting in the next episode, which means I am wrapping up this episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed episode 16 of the Road to 100 Mil Mobile Only, and I'll see you next time. Oh. Hey, could someone give me a drink? A little help, maybe? Anybody? The camera's still here. I mean, nobody's here.